rather go away. Okay, now, just off to the left side. And as you turn, the fact that you pivot your foot will have you drop back almost 1 foot length back. You understand what I'm saying? Switch, please. And now, which is the lead leg? The right foot is the lead leg. Move it to your left. Pivot and turn, face the opposite direction. What leg now is your lead leg? Your left. Move it to your right. Turn and face the opposite direction. Okay, switch. What leg is your lead leg? Left. Your left. Move it to your right. Pivot and face the opposite direction. What is your lead leg? Your right. Move it to the left and turn, face the opposite direction. That is a cover. Cover is where you turn, face opposite direction, and also change lead legs. All right, now we're going to do, okay, a step drag. This time we're stepping with the left leg and dragging with the right. I step. I didn't say drag yet. I did not tell you to drag. All right, step. Good, you widen your stance, have you not? Now drag it. All right, step. Drag. Step. Drag. Cover. Step. Drag. Step drag. Step drag. Step drag. Cover. Switch. Step drag. Step drag. Step drag. Stay where you're at. Now we're going to step drag in reverse. That means the left foot steps, the right foot drag. Step drag. Step drag. Step drag. Switch. Okay, coming forward. Step drag. Step drag. Step drag. Going in reverse. Step drag. Step drag. Step drag. Step drag. Okay, let's examine what we just said. Step drag. What's the opposite of step drag? Drag step. Okay, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to drag and then step. So now drag your right foot towards your left. Now step. Drag. Step. Drag step. Cover. Drag. Step. Leg that pushes us forward, that then drags after us. All right? Push drag. Push drag. Push drag. You can come forward, you can go in reverse. Push drag. Push drag. Push drag. Push drag. Switch. Coming forward. Push drag. Push drag. Push drag. Push drag. Going in reverse. Push drag. Push drag. Push drag. Switch. Okay, we're looking at the outside door. And you see it all the time. You either push or you what? Pull. Is not pull the opposite of push? Fine. So what does that tell you? That the next shuffle is not a pull, a curve. Okay? Okay. Now, a pull drag is this, where you, have you seen this? They pull, is it kicking? You've seen a comedian do that, haven't you? That's what it is. That's what a pull drag is. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, it's actually lifting your left leg up and pulling with your right leg, pulling yourself forward. All right, move. Yeah, not bad. Don't hop, pull. Move. All right, cover. Move. Martina, cut it off. Otherwise, you're going to have to sell the film for blackmail. All right, move. No. You're going too airborne, but that's all right. What does it tell you? Practice. All right, cover. Okay, now you know what it is. It's a pull drag. Now, let's go over the switches again, okay? How many types of switches do we have?
Front in place, rear in place, and drag switch.
Actually, there's 5. I'm not sure. Okay? There's back to front, front to back, jump in place, twist back to front, twist front to back. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then you see why. Okay? All right, what does it mean when I make the statement to make a switch from back to front? Huh? Again? Now let's analyze what he just said. Okay? He's saying that back to front means it's the right leg, or the leg in this case being the back leg, that you come to the front with, right? All right? Move. Well, when did I tell you to move the left foot back? You understand what I'm saying? If it's back to front, then come back to front. So nothing was said about the left leg, was it? You understand what I'm saying? So when I say back to front, I mean whatever leg is the lead leg, you first come to the back before you go to the front with the opposite leg. That's what it means. You know, don't feel bad about it, because everybody around the country's been getting it wrong. So, which leg is the lead leg? Okay, when I say back to front, what leg is front? The left. You then come to the back before you shift the rear leg to the front. Okay, back to front. That's right. Did you not move one leg back before you move the other front? Exactly. All right, back to front. 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 Front to back. Front to back. Front to back. Front to back. Switch. In place. Move. Switch. 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 Exterior. Now go on in place. Go on and in place. All right, go forward and then back. Twist. Right foot forward. Left foot back. Twist. Left foot forward. Right foot back. Twist. Right foot forward. Left foot back. Twist. Left foot forward. Right foot back. Okay? Twist. Left foot back. Right foot forward. Twist. Right foot back. Left foot forward. Now you got the rest of them, Downey. Okay, and then we'll explain why we do these, okay? Remember, I'm trying to increase your vocabulary of motion so that one day when you have to become fluid and fluent with motion, you're not at a standstill because you already have it here and it's internalized. That's important. Okay, now we're going to talk about switches that can be then converted, and we've done this over the weekend, but I hope you guys don't mind me going over it. I'm going to show you now we can use switches not as a defensive gesture, but as an offense. In this case, there's a little change of switching. One becomes shallow, and the other becomes deep. Okay? So now this time, as you'll notice, this golden line in front of my left foot here, or on my left foot, I want you to make a shallow drag and a deep forward. It is a switch, but one comes shallow and the other comes deep. So that what's taking place now? Are we remaining on the same spot as we had done earlier? No. We're slightly what? Edging our way forward. Okay, left foot forward, please. Drag step. Excuse me. It's back to front, it's switch, okay? All right, back to front. Okay? Shallow back, deep front. Okay? Again, position switch. Go shallow back with the left. Go deep with the right. Okay? Shallow back with the right. Deep with the left. Shallow back with the left. Deep with the right. Shallow back with the right. Deep with the left. Okay, now. Supposing you're up against a guy against the wall, and there is a limited amount of space between you and him, but yet you want to achieve a powerful strike. But if you're close to an individual, and too close, do you have enough momentum to go forward and do something damaging? No. Because the distance between you and he are somewhat restricted. But if you want to create fast distance and create a greater depth, then do what we just did. We come back shallow with the left foot, and then go forward with the right. So it's coming, you can go deep and take the head right on through the wall. But that's what we're doing right now. I'm trying to show you how you can now, as we eventually go through these moves, not only look upon these moves as defensive moves, but how you can employ it as offensive moves. In this case, all it is coming back shallow with one, bam, going deep with the other. All right, positions, let's go now this time. As you come back shallow with the left, I want you to pin the guy up, okay, prepare him, so when you go deep, bam, you're going in, okay? All right, 1, 2. Oh, back again. You're getting a heart attack. Oh, gentlemen, please, we just talked right at the onset about the value of point of origin. And here's what I'm seeing. Bam. Lee. Man, you go, if you come shallow, right from here, bam, that's all you have to do. You don't have to cock it another 25 inches back. You don't need that. Believe me, you don't need it. If you time this move with the step through so that it's in perfect sync with each other, you get all the power you need. All right, example, relax. An airplane on a modern aircraft carrier, and those of you already heard me, shut your mouth. There's an airplane on in this group. Sorry? Is there anyone in this group who can tell me that this pen, which represents a secret, how I can smoke it? I want you not to show me how, I want you to tell me how. And the little boy raised his hand. He said, simple, sir. Put it in your mouth. Is that how you smoke, sir? He told me it was simple. Put it in my mouth. I did exactly what he said, didn't I? What should he have said? Sir, if you notice there are 2 tips. One has a filter and the other does not. It's a filter tip that you put into your mouth, and the other that you like. Let's get back to this aircraft on the deck of an aircraft carrier. Catapult, yes. Now, but what he's saying is the catapult shoots the aircraft off the deck, and then the jet engine starts. Right? Oh, I see. You mean the jet engine is harmoniously working with the catapult? That both forces, the jet engine, the force from the jet engine, and the force from the catapult, both jointly and harmoniously work together in getting that craft in the sky, right? Don't feel bad, because you know why? I have a student who's a pilot and a jet pilot on an aircraft carrier who couldn't even give me the answer. See, so don't feel bad. So that's why, if you come back here and you cock and you go forward with your weight, there goes the catapult, and then the jet engine started after the fact. Now that jet engine is harmoniously to be working with that catapult. Okay, so don't cock your hand as much as some of you are doing. All right, let's do it again. Positions. 1, 2, bang. That's good, much better. Back again. 1, 2. Good, back again. All right, relax a bit. Now, we have what I call the point of no return. I have what I call the point of overturn. And I have what I call the point of premature return. Okay? Now, right foot is back to Mr. Downey. If Mr. Downey was to kick, whereby his upper body came parallel to my arm, he could afford, after the kick, to drop back to point of origin. If he passes beyond this mark, where his upper body turns 45 this way, it's foolish to try to recover and come back here because it's a little more awkward. I would rather him either go forward and punch, or rather than him kick and front crossover and get up. Okay, that's the point of no return. The point of overturn is when, supposing I did come and I kick, and as I come forward and I hit, if this shoulder and this fist and direct opposition of each other. It'd be permissible. Because like unto the use of a whip, what makes that supple piece of leather become a piece of steel? Is when you whip it out and snap it, so that the end and the handle are in direct opposition of each other. The minute you move the handle off on an angle, what happens to the end of the whip? It breaks and it diminishes its edge. Likewise, if I come forward and I hit, and my shoulder comes over this mark, what have I now done? I now cause a disharmony of direction. I now have what? Minimize my efforts as I overturn. Now with that in mind, we have a tendency when striking the head or the face of prematurely turning at the time we hit the top. You should never, if you can help it, okay, torque to the target, but torque through the target. Not to, but through. Okay? And that's what I want to see when we do this shift, when we do this switch. I don't want you to do this, bang, and then just as you hit, you fully torque. I want you to torque through. So you might not realize it. But if you start practicing with the heavy bag, you'll see the increase of force more than you had anticipated. Okay? All right. Thank you. All right. Now, left foot is forward. We're going to drop back, then we're going to go forward, making sure that when going forward the right leg, that right arm, being the jet engine, is in perfect sync with your right foot, being the catapult. And that when you make a strike to that intended target, you don't go to it, you go through it. All right, positions, move. Back, move. Back, move. Back, move. Relax. Okay, now you move a chop or other similar weapons. Yes. Too many of them talk through the target. There's a difference. I guarantee you. Okay. All right, positions. Now, what I would like to see you do is to get paired off and have your partner voluntarily shoulder. Okay, so that you pin coming back and then get this feel of talking through the action. Okay, so that the time of the heel palm strike is synchronized with the movement of the right foot. His reaction was a little slow. One was worked. Two was worked. But that's right. That is really gone in. This gets transferred to here. Uppercut is the same. Turning around and back is the same. No big deal. The sequential flow of action is the same. But what have we done? Changed the definition because of a what-if situation. Now, can it only be our opponent that creates a what-if situation? No. See, supposing the doctor comes in, bam. And I know now his left hand is creating a what-if. But during the course of the what-if I what-if to the what-if? You understand what I just did? I just included my own what-if to the eyes before I continued to his created what-if. Let's continue the same move. Now the other thing is, what if you had intention of using this technique, but his left hand was thrown instead? Straight ahead, straight ahead. Should I have still done the same technique? Yeah. What if he doesn't shoot the right hand? What if he shoots the left hand? Do you have to switch sides? Use your left hand instead? You don't have to. Do the same move from the other side. But what then would change? The targets. The targets would change. Would the sequential flow of action alter? No, not really. Okay? So get paired off without making noise and nonsense. Try now the ideal. Include some what ifs, and then you put a what if to his what if. Go ahead. Time you bring it to the surface. So probably you guys think, what's this guy talking about? It's no big thing, you know. My plane leaves on Wednesday, so we have a lot of time. Let us now work with parting wings, and I'll explain exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Let's go back to parting wings. Are you familiar with the technique where we drop back, parting both hands? Okay? Now, you remember this, that when you're going back, can I have a volunteer up here, please? Okay, now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to do you a few things. Right foot forward in the right line. What's your name? Q. Q. Right? I'm going to push his hand down with one finger. And I want you to try to prevent me from doing so. I'm going to push his hand out and see him. Okay, now bend your elbows just a wee bit. Now prevent me. Now prevent me. Okay, some of you folks are out here like this. No control. Bend your arms. Okay, not so that you're here, but just enough out there that you have complete control of yourself. The other way, if you're too straight, he controls you. Okay, it's just knowledge of kinesiology. Right, positions, feet together. And back. Okay, now, in the execution of your moves, to start off with, try to basically have the same height and the same depth. Don't have one hand dragging in. Let's say he's coming in, sticks in and gets in there. That's no good. Okay? So I have same height, same depth. Now, what's the ideal technique? Anybody? Technique. The next move is what? Chop. This hand chop. What's the right foot doing? Using the ground to launch this action. Isn't that a forward ball? Do we not use the ground to launch our action as well as bracing? And the next move is to pivot, rotate, and in the rotation do what? Okay? Now, is the elbow up high so I can hit you here, or the elbow kind of low? There you go. That's right. It's kind of anti the elbows, you know. You eventually, you need to, you can just drop it in. You're too high, you're going to leave yourself alone. Oh, by the way, while we're talking about that, oftentimes you have a tendency, I have noticed some of you, when using the principle of sandwiching, try to sandwich an elbow with a heel palm this way, and leave yourself all straight. With the heel palm, anchor your elbow. Cover yourself. Don't do this. Okay? Likewise in this side. Feet together, please. All right, back one. Okay, the ideal calls for us to be in a neutral ball, a forward ball. Next shot. A neutral ball and a forward ball. Okay? The left hand out. Compounding. How many of you don't know what the word compound is? Are you familiar with the banks and what they do? What's compounding interest? I want you to learn it when you go to the apex of your circle and get through. As you get better, you read it and write it. Eventually, I want you to meet it, but at that time, as you increase your level of proficiency, I'm expecting you to meet it, rather than go the long way around. Okay, now, the other thing is, as soon as you, if I did this, just bring my head in up against it, can he hit me? Huh? No. Eventually, you know, the old saying, use your head. Well, you can use your head. You literally, okay, check him out, but that's not the point. The point is, if sometimes you go 1, 2, and then 3, you have now, okay, eliminated the use of a compounding action which you could have included if you also brought your head into the picture. So like I said, if you didn't do anything but this, and went down in and brought your head right up against him, there's no way you're going to hit you. That's not the point. The point is, you want to allow yourself room to compound your action. See? As I'm going down, I'll compound it. Okay? With that in mind, let's now go to thundering hammer. Okay? Be together. Can I use the dancer there? Can I use thundering hammer? Can I use the sleeper? Yes. So the sleeper is a what-if technique to thundering hammer. Understand me? But the ideal was the dancer there. Period. So then just to check him in terms of width, no good. Because that can happen. Now, let me show you what else can happen. If I just check his width and just do this, can he kick me? Yeah, he can. Because what have I not done? I have not checked his height zone. Okay. Now, as we look at height zones, I like to look at height zones and head to solar plexus to going, and then from there, I look at height zones in 3 levels. Okay? Now, something very interesting will occur, and that is, if I do this, kick, can he kick for the moment? What did I do? I checked his arm diagonally. So what did I check? His width and his height. Again, I repeat. What did I check? His width and his height. How many dimensions are there? What have I not checked? His depth. So, with that in mind, we're going to force his arm diagonally down. Bang! Punch it right in the face same time. What does the punch do? Catch his depth. He ain't coming in on me, brother. See? Because if I didn't, if I just did this, do a front crossover, and come right on in, bam, and buckle me right up.